let's jump in. Let's take a look at this, guys. We're going to go into this game. Looks like it is going to be Strange World here. Who are they going up against, though, is the question. Two Warriors. What is this? Looks like a new team. Not sure if it's completely organized. Looks like some guys from vVv. It looks like vVv with some friends here playing right now. But anyway, we just jumped into this mid-game. Apologies for the late start. We're about 1 minute in, however, and this game has already begun. Now, we've got the two forces clashing here. It's going to be Strange World once again going up against what appears to be vVv and friends here now, as they all jump in and start going on with this. Currently, the mid-fight has already started. Quija is currently down, giving Strange World the advantage here as the mid-fight gets started. As well, over here at the temple, we do have Deku taking on Sun Spirit. Right now with Deku in a very big lead as these two Spirit Rangers sort of duke it out here. However, no clear winner as of yet, as this is Red Team's home. Deku is obviously going to have the cap advantage for the time being. As it checks it out, it looks like Blue Team did take that middle fight, though. And in the process, we had the Red Team Warrior. Oops, wrong Red Team Warrior. We had the Red Team Warrior Supermo Janabu sort of work his way out of here now, and has retreated back over here to the altar, where he's now taking on Yahoo the Engineer. Back over at this point, back in mid, though, it looks like we're about to have another Warrior jump in for some coverage. Here comes a Love Storm. Going to be jumping on Rayano-san here now, who is just patiently waiting, and it appears to be more of a DPS-esque Guardian build, possibly running with soldiers. However, not going to be checking builds right now. And as that goes on, back over here at the altar itself, we do have Karmi Z and Yahoo. They have managed to force the Red Team Warrior, who was previously on there, off that point. And back over here, those two Spirit Rangers still clashing. And actually, Sun Spirit has managed to turn the fight around now. And looks like he's going to be taking that. So we might see a 3 cap for Strange World coming off the bat here. And Strange World, for those of you who don't know, is actually a Japanese team. So they are dealing with a little bit of excess ping. But due to the fact that Strange World got a bit spread out there, we did now see the Red Team group up again, and they have now come back, and they're doing pretty well in middle. But again, here comes Strange World now grouping up, coming back onto this point as well. Looks like they're going to be grouping up over here on Justin Bieber, who has now gone down, unfortunately. A little bit too much damage for him to handle. Here comes the Guardian now trying to go in for the stomp. Looks like he's going to have stability at his advantage here. But no, Justin Bieber gets back up. Not sure how, actually, but he just managed to get himself back up. Trying to check if Deku's nearby. No. Just a bit confused as to how he got up there, but anyway, magic is magic. As we check back over here at the temple, though, Deku as well as the Warrior have managed to take down Sun Spirit. They're not going to be forcing him off that point, giving vVv and friends control over the point. Current score is 61 to 124, giving vVv about half the points compared to Strange World at this point. But now going back to the middle fight itself, back over here, we do have Quija being the main focus. We also had the Love Storm just go down as well due to a lot of that AoE. Here comes the Stomp with stability, and the res is not going to be enough, especially with that Guardian tossing out all of that damage from AoE there. He's going to take him down. It looks as though that Quija will be going down here in a moment as well, and Blue Team will be holding control over this point, but the buff's about to spawn in just a few seconds, and the conflict only extends over to there as Red Team, vVv, and friends now trying to force their opponents off the point as fiercely as they can. Strange World, however, very clever tactic, not really going in. They know they had those reinforcements coming in nearby because of that recently won mid-fight, so they were just going to send everybody over here. They weren't really engaging over here for control of this buff. Well, they were holding back, waiting, and now they have their bunker. They're going to be pushing in, trying to push their opponents off, and in turn, take this buff to only push them closer to victory, as they are now about 100, they're now about 80 points ahead of their opponents here. Pretty early in the game still. No one has that much of a significant lead yet. No one's at really high point counts or anything, so it still could go either way at this point. But for the time being, Strange World is in the lead. The Love Storm's still here contesting over this. This could actually go on for quite some time, so we'll check back on that in just a second. We have contention at all 3 points, actually, as two members of Strange World are currently over here at the gate trying to take down X-Quija is trying to take this away, rather, from Strange World. Meanwhile, over here at the altar, we do have Sun Spirit taking on a Warrior over here. No clear winner as of yet. And back over here at the temple, we did have Deku taking on Karmi Z. However, Deku has seemed to force Karmi Z off the point. He might be jumping back in, though, so this fight, again, could go on for quite some time, but we'll look to stick with this one just to see how it goes. If I can get on Deku's camera point. Here we go, gonna get him back there now. These two guys duke it off. Now, these two guys, very interesting builds. One very heavily condition-focused, another one very heavily, well, it does utilize condition through the spirits, a little more focused on the boons that you can get from those spirits as well now. And it looks like he has managed to take Karmi Z down. He'll be getting that and defending that point for his team. Checking back at the mid buff, no surprises here that no one has really claimed it yet. It would actually be pretty interesting to see if the buff actually never gets clapped, because then that'll extend the game's duration quite a bit, and we will have that bottom buff come into play on the next buff spawn as well. But checking over here, we do have Super Mo. He's trying to stop Sun Spirit from getting to this point. Super Mo obviously going to be looking to take this point. However, he has jumped down because of his low health. Going to be wrapping himself around, possibly to join the fight back over here at this buff, as Sun Spirit is now running away, or running to this buff, and it looks like we're going to have another team fight, possibly to try and take this buff away in addition to that. But checking out in the middle, though, do have Rayos-on, resing up Yahoo. Again, Red Team really not having the best of luck trying to take this middle point here now. Just really having a bit of a struggle trying to get it as they all move in to try and take this here, possibly because they're not grouping up enough, and blue team just usually has two pretty tanky characters there, ready to take it on Yahoo, obviously not being the most tanky character there, but in the past we have seen them have two Guardians here. Both their Guardians, Odesk and Rayano-san, one being more DPS focused, the other one being your typical bunker. But now as he comes in, oh, and Jerez gets off just in time there. Sun Spirit actually saving the day with that Spirit that you just saw there, really getting him up just in the nick of time. He was just about to get stopped. And here comes Odesk. Looks like blue team will be defending it again. While we were looking away, though, we did have to note that red team did actually get the buff. So they are now getting 2 points for every capture point that they control for the next minute, I believe. And Super Mo is now going to be sticking and trying to get this point. Probably won't full cap, but he has managed to get a decap, and obviously blue team is not going to be benefiting from that point any longer. But now we do have that underground buff spawning, and it seems blue team has actually made a miscalculation on this. There's no one in range, and it looks like vVv and friends is going to be getting the full cap now on this bottom. All 3 points will now go into their possession, as they really weren't able to get anyone down there in time to contest that. Checking in over here, though, as you can see, the controls have now gone off to them. Yahoo currently on here trying to get this point back as the red team has taken it. The bells are tolling, and we could see red team now taking a lead back from his opponents from Japan here. Checking in on the other points, though, going over here now to the temple, we do have Sun Spirit currently trying to take down Deku's Scout. Deku's Scout actually getting pretty low, but he's going to get some more reinforcements from his team. At the same time, Strange World will have Rayano-san, the DPS Guardian, moving in to support him as well. However, Rayano-san is not in the best shape here to be joining in this fight. Looks like he just got some of his health back. We're going to go over to him to check out his cooldowns. Just use his shelter action, so he's back in this at full health. Red team members are getting DPS down heavily now, as you can see this. Justin Bieber was just taken down in addition to Deku Scout, so Strange World is going to be taking this point back to start their way to getting the points back. But unfortunately, due to that, just now as that third point was lost, we did see vVv and friends take the cap. They have this second point now, and they're going to be benefiting from it. But while all those buffs were out, I think we did actually see blue team getting that, and they'll now be benefiting that. The caps are now even. However, red team, vVv, is currently in the lead. X-Quilja has just gone down. Here comes more of Strange World actually reinforcing over here, so I think we are going to see Strange World getting that 2 cap back, starting the rate to working towards the lead. Unfortunately for Strange World, the buff is now expired, so they're not going to be able to use that to get a virtual 4 cap any longer. The buff as well will not spawn for about another minute and a half. But it looks like now we are going to be seeing vVv trying to move in for the temple, but Strange World, very nice positioning, really getting their teammates where they need to, when they need to, and are just going to be there ready to defend it. We won't even really see anyone from vVv get on the point. 2 lines of warding is going to stop their Guardian in his tracks here now. He's still trying to get on, which is a surprising move considering how many people are here. However, he has now turned around and will be working away. So it looks to me now like Strange World at this point is looking to hold these 2 side points. It is an interesting strategy. It has worked multiple times, but usually you will see 1 or 2 guys trying to sneak into this point over here. However, as you can currently see on the map, no one from blue team is doing it. They did just make a miscalculation, though, and they allowed Quilja to get in there and decap that point, so he now has that point decapped away now. Here comes Rayano-san. He's going to try to take that away. Back over here as well at the temple, we do have Odesk, Karmi, and I believe 1 more member. Nope, just those 2 currently holding on to this altar point. They do have the numbers advantage. Oh, yeah, no, they do actually have the numbers advantage over here. vVv does. They just need to get on the point and possibly utilize that a bit better. As we check on over here, we did have a down body. Just trying to see whose that is. Yahoo is actually down right now. Deku Scott's dangerously low. Looks like they're just going to DPS the body down and then hopefully head back on there to get that back. But the score is pretty close right now. This really is anyone's game at this point, and the buff sprouts come up again, so that could shake things up. It looks like everybody's actually moving over to that. We checked out the mid. We did have somebody just go down there, and oh look, Scarlet's minions are attacking the Iron Marshes. That's cool. Sun Spirit has now just gone down, and red team will be holding on to this, but now the buff is up. Let's see as these 2 guys contest for it. But as I said, a very close game, only a 2-point difference between either team. We do have Strange World in a very small lead, but nonetheless are in the lead right now. No cap advantage held to either side, but it looks like red team, because Strange World had to put all their forces over here to get that middle, or to try and get that middle buff that we are going to know. What did we just see? It looks like I was misreading the symbols, actually. It is going to be tied 1-1 over here for trying to take this 1 capture point for each team. And as we check out the buff, it looks like Strange World surprisingly just sort of just let red team have it there. They're going to be getting that now, and with that, we will be seeing red team push ahead. Sun Spirit now checking out him is going to be pushing his way over here. Looks like most of the forces will be duking it out over here for Temple. We're going to be watching Sun Spirit's point of view for this fight here now, as Mariana-san is slowly starting to tick down over here. Sun Spirit, as we know with that Spirit Ranger, he's got to use those actives at the right time. The Solar for the Call Lightning, which will do an immense amount of damage if he's able to trigger that properly onto his opponents. He's already used all 3 of them. It looks like it's worked pretty well, as Mariana-san's getting pretty low here, like we can currently see now. Deku Scout as well is coming under the pressure now. Looks like Mariana-san has gone down. down. We did have Deco Scout, however, still in threat here, but Rayano-san has now gone down. It looks as though the vVv will be reasserting their dominance here by knocking Sun Spirit off. And with that, we do have vVv with control over 2 points now. They're going to be working off the point here in just a few minutes. Checking out over here at the mid, still holding strong, really. Looks like Strange World, unfortunately, is piling all their forces in here now. They're trying to get it back. Not the best move, but it looks like, though, they did sort of catch vVv off guard now, as we did see the decap go off. And as you can see from the current composition of how the two teams are sort of arranged here, they did sort of catch them off guard. They're now split up. They're a bit disoriented. Karmizi moving in for a second stomp on their team now. That's going to be Justin Bieber and Deku Scott. Two of the main proponents of their team are now out of this fight completely. They still have their bunker there, so there is still that. However, he's getting low as well, trying desperately to cleanse those Kandis. Is going to use his renewed focus before using those other two virtues, unfortunately. But he did get the new one up. He's safe for the time being, but he needs to be careful on the next burst chain. He's going to be in some serious trouble here. Odesk now looking at him here. We're just going to jump over to his point of view real quick. He's doing amazingly well in terms of his cooldowns. He's going to be alive for a much longer time. Looks like Kuja now has sort of run out of time here. He's going to be getting stomped out. This game is coming extremely close here. We do have vVv 30 points away now from taking this, but Strange World, wasting no time after getting control over that temple, have now pushed themselves completely onto this gate point. They're working in for it. They're trying to get this point away. They need to get a decap now. Blue team, however, Strange World is slowly closing the gap here. 4 points remaining until they're going to take this lead with only about 25 points to go for either team. Strange World now taking the 2-cap. They could take this game here, changing the lead up. We're going to see this come down to the last few seconds. Justin Bieber is about to get knocked out here as well. Rayano-san desperately trying to come in. They've done it. They've taken the lead. Strange World, it looks like with that last second turnaround, Strange World will take this game. Congratulations to Strange World. Once again, that game was between Strange World and what appeared to be, again, I did not have confirmation on that, vVv with some friends. It wasn't full vVv, obviously, but a really good game indeed. We saw some epic turnarounds, sort of two turnarounds there. We had Strange World in the lead in the beginning there. They turned it around. We had vVv with friends up for quite some time, but then at the end there, unfortunately, things just fell apart. They got caught a bit off guard there at Temple, and by the end of it, we did see Strange World come out on top, so congratulations indeed. An excellent game. We'll certainly be uploading that to YouTube. Leave your comments below and be sure to subscribe. It's been Blue. Have a nice day.